I'm Lisa Dewan and I'm here at the Galway International Arts Festival, the Thaviarc Theatre, and it's opening night of my one-woman play. It's a trilogy of Beckett's Not I, Rockaby and Footfalls. My first professional job was here in the Thaviarc. I was choreographer for a production of Bacchae going to Denmark on a tour, which was crazy and wonderful. But it was brilliant working here. It's changed a lot. They've done it up, but it's an amazing feeling being back in, I suppose, the place where it all started for me. When Paul Fahey turned up at the West End opening and invited me to be part of this festival, it really felt like an invitation to come home. And you know, it's a very prestigious festival, and to be part of it and to be welcomed home the way I have been is really moving for me, and I'm so grateful.
She was meant to be suffering, thought to be suffering, just as the odd time in her life when clearly intended to be having pleasure, she was in fact having none, not the slightest.
They're all, you know, incredibly visual and visceral experiences. Not I, of course, is just a disembodied mouth hovering on stage with a monologue spoken at the speed of thought that's sort of drilling with kind of pneumatic drill, this breakneck speed monologue that bypasses the intellect and plays on the nerves of the audience, which is what Beckett wanted.
No punishment for some sin or other after the lot.
So it's a solo show, but it takes a big team, you know. We're 7 on the road, and you know, it's and also it's very encouraging to think that it's done well. You feel very safe in Beckett's work, giving it your all, because the work is so perfect. You know, if you give it everything you have, it really sings, it really hums, it really resonates. You know, 25 years after his death, and this work is packing such a punch, is a real privilege to be part of that.
I'm Walter Asmus. I have directed the Beckett trilogy, and we are honored to be invited to perform it here in Galway at this great arts festival. I was an assistant director in a large theatre company, and Beckett had directed in this theatre a couple of times before, and I heard he would come to direct Waiting for Godot, and of course there was an inner excitement going on, and I did all I could to get the job to be his assistant. Then one actor came up one day and said to him, "Mr. Beckett," it was Mr. Beckett at that time, not Sam yet, "Mr. Beckett, I find new things in the play every time." And he looked at him and said, "So do I." So it is the never-ending challenge to discover the plays new and discover them from a different angle, maybe. It's a different matter whether you do it when you're 32 or when you do it when you're 73. You have, perhaps from your own life and your own biography, more insight, and the curiosity to go into his work is still there and will stay with me, I think, for the rest of my life.